Oops. All right. Hey guys, thank you for hopping on tonight's TLC team call. You're actually going to hear from 3 different leaders. Let's see. Kari is going to be handling connections. Let's see if I get this all right off the top of my head. Raina is going to handle invites, right? And oh, they traded. All right. Well,
Kari's doing follow-ups.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. I'm doing invites, and I'm going to do connections.
Perfect. All right. So we're going to kind of take you guys through this, kind of like a follow the leader. Like we're going to talk to you about how we do it, what works for us, and then give you a little time to work on your own. Is that the plan still? Okay, good. So I am going to turn it over to Raina first then to talk about making connections.
Okay, so we'll do connections, invites, and follow-ups, and all 3 of us go and then leave time at the end of the call. Is that the plan?
That's perfect for me. Okay. Let's do it.
Perfect. Well, I will dig in with connections. I believe that this is probably all 3 of these topics are really important, but connections, I hear all the time about coaches saying, I ran out of people to talk to, or I don't know who else to message, or things like that. And I feel like this making connections area is the solution to that. So I'm going to show you what I do. I'll show you what I do through Facebook, and I'll show you what I do through Instagram. I actually did a poll on my personally sponsored page to see what platform people use the most, and it was literally neck and neck, Facebook and Instagram. So I'll cover both, and if you guys have questions, feel free to use the chat, and I'll do my best to answer those as I go. But I'm only going to spend 10 minutes maybe on connections, and then I'll turn it over to Sam, and then Kari's going to touch on follow-ups. So am I allowed to screen share from mine, I wonder, without being the admin, I think? Okay.
Yes, you should be able to without issue. There you go.
Oh, hey. Let's hope that nobody messages me something terrible. Okay. So on Facebook, I'll start with Facebook. Connections, I think, are just messaging somebody and just creating that connection, just making that first initial connection with the person. It doesn't have to be a direct invite. It doesn't have to be anything about Beachbody or anything like that, but just starting a conversation with someone. So the way I personally like to do it is to go to a post that I've made, whether it's fitness related or nutrition related. You can do any kind of post. I'm going to get pretty dark here because the sun's going down. But I tend to stick with fitness and nutrition posts. I think that those are a lot easier to transition the conversation into a group invite or a coaching opportunity invite. So that's typically what I stick to. Now, if you're posting about a shirt and you want to make connections with people that commented on your post about your shirt, you can do that too. But I'm going to kind of just stick with the health and fitness side of things for now. So what I recommend doing is going to your profile, and hopefully in the last 24 hours, let me scroll up so you don't have just a vagina screenshot. In the last 24 hours, hopefully you posted something, whether it be like a workout picture or a workout video, or your tennis shoes or your food or anything fitness and nutrition related. And I want you to go to that post, and what you're going to do and how you're going to make a connection is you're going to message every single person that liked or commented on that photo. Okay. So if you're posting 3 to 5 times a day, 7 days a week, you should have a buttload of people to message. Okay. If you don't, I hear this often about, well, what if it's the same people that like my post, or it's all coaches? You need to do a better job of expanding your network and adding new people to your network, because if the same people are liking your posts every single day, you're not going to move your business forward. I think it was Scotty Hobbs that said once that you can't, what was it? Get a deck with the same 4 aces or something like that. I don't even know shit. But you can't grow your business with the same group of people. You can start your business with the foundation, with your warm market and the people that you have, but to grow your business and excel and rank advance and things like that, you've got to add to your network. So going to your posts, Mine on Facebook is going to be hard. I think most of my people on Facebook, I don't work from Facebook very much anymore. So a lot of them are going to be coaches. So again, the majority of these people are already coaches or my family or something like that. But for example, you're going to scroll through. Okay. I'm going to message Lisa because I can see her and I know she's just going to ignore the message that I send her. So say Lisa is, hi, say she is a new friend that I added to my network, okay? And she liked my picture of my transformation. I'm gonna message her. I'm literally just gonna send her a message. Hopefully we didn't talk about anything bad in our previous conversations. Okay. So I would say, hey girl, thank you so much for liking my workout, or I guess it was a transformation post today or yesterday or last week or whatever. I would say your support means the world. Are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? That is what I would send every single person that liked or commented on my photo, whether it's a workout, whether it's a food picture, anything, okay? And I'm going directly to, are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? Because I'm a health and fitness coach. They commented on a health and fitness picture. This is my business. Facebook is no longer for fun. I am strictly running a business from it. So I'm going straight to the point. I'm not going to pussyfoot around anything, okay? Hopefully she'll respond. When she does respond, I have my snippets that are uploaded into our team page that have like the scripts of like exactly what I say. So say Lisa says, yes, I am. I go to the gym, you know, twice or 4 times a week, whatever. And I would say, oh, that's awesome. What kind of plan do you follow from the gym? And I would just go from there and she would explain it and yada, 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 yada. And at some point during that conversation, 99% of the time, they're going to say that they're struggling with something. Okay. Whether it be nutrition, whether it be their workouts not working for them as much or something. Okay. And at that point I would say, girl, you should seriously think about joining one of my accountability groups. And that's where it kind of transitions into the invite part, okay? So this connection piece is just literally starting the conversation, just putting it out there, saying, hey, are you in a health and fitness journey of your own? Thank you for supporting me, type thing, okay? You can do this also with new friends that are sending you friend requests, saying the exact same thing, like, hey, thank you so much for the ad. What do I say? I think I say, are you a coach too? Just because my kind of Facebook is overloaded with coaches. 9 times out of 10, they say, no, I'm not, or yes, I am. And if they are a coach, then I just kind of blah, blah, blah. If they're not a coach, I say, awesome, you know, where did you find me? And I have scripts again for all this in our team page that you can follow literally paragraph by paragraph, okay? So, questions on Facebook really fast? Nobody? That's literally all I do as far as making connections. So anybody that sends me a friend request or anybody that likes and comments on my photos, they get that message. And again, if you have 5 likes on your picture, great. If you have 500 likes on your picture, great. Like the purpose is to just get in front of people and get the conversation started and make those connections on Facebook, okay? So I will show you, let me share my screen again. I'll get rid of Facebook and we'll go on to Flume. So I use Instagram 90% of the time for my business at this point. I post every single day. I use stories every single day. Personally, I think that just the stories aspect of it alone is a huge way to grow your following, kind of show a constant sneak peek into what we do as coaches, whether you're talking about the coaching opportunity or not. People want to see that you're a real person and just behind the scenes. I feel like it's allowed me to not have to make a post as often. Like I'm not having to post like 3 to 5 times a day anymore on Instagram because I'm constantly in my stories all day long, okay? So I do the exact same thing with Instagram. Only, you know, it's in a little bit of a different area. So with my followers, every single person that likes my page gets a message. They get, I go through my followers here and I try to go down and just see where I left off the last time. And every single one of them get a message and I send them the same message saying, hey, thank you so much for following my page. Are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? Literally that exact same script, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste to every single person that likes my page. Most of the time they say, I am, and I do this, and then I kind of transition into that same scripting that I used on Facebook. But more so than when they say yes is they say, no, I'm not, but I found your page and I'm inspired, yada, yada, yada. And I say, girl, you should think about joining one of my accountability groups, or girl, you should think about coaching or online coaching. I'm immediately transitioning into that invite after I make that initial connection, okay? And then I do the exact same thing on my posts. So if I am going to one of my pictures, whether it be health and fitness related, I'd say, thank you so much for liking my picture. Or you want to help, or, your support means the world, or you want a health and fitness journey of your own. Same thing. And I do my very best as far as connections to acknowledge every single comment that's left on my posts. Okay. Whether I just heart it, or I'm actually physically commenting back to them, which I should be doing on every single comment. And that's my goal for 2018, is to actually interact with every single person. But I'm still acknowledging them. I'm still showing them that I see that they're commenting, that I'm not just leaving them in the dark, okay? So every single like, every single comment, every single new person to my page is gonna get a message. That makes sense? Do you skip over anyone who obviously is a health and fitness journey or business page? No, I don't. If they're sitting there taking Shakeology selfies, I usually skip over them because I know they're already a coach, right? Most of the time anyway. So, or they're working with another coach and I'm not there to like kind of battle with them. But if I am, my screen is there, you can see now. If I see that they're posting about health and fitness and stuff, I don't necessarily scroll past them because they could be a potential coach. So I'm messaging them saying, are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? Whether I see that they are or not, I still ask the question, and 9 times out of 10, they say, yeah. I'm super active at the gym, or I'm a personal trainer or something like that. And I say, have you ever considered online coaching? Like adding that into what you do, because so many personal trainers are just stuck in their gym making shit money. You know what I mean? That could be expanding to an online market and just boom. You know what I mean? Do you skip over anyone you know personally who routinely likes your posts and knows what you do? If I've already talked to them 100 times about what I do, or it's my cousin who knows exactly what I do, I don't usually message them. If I've already sent them an invite, I'm not going to sit there and message them every single time they like a picture. So no. Yeah. I talked really fast, but that's it. That's literally connections. Any questions about connections? It's super easy. But guys, if you're constantly, again, adding people to your network and doing these connections every single day, you will never run out of people to talk to, ever. Okay? So no more excuses as far as that goes. Good? Any questions? Okay. Connections, I'm out.
Happy to have you back.
Hi, I'm happy to be back. I got my lashes done today and I don't look dead.
Oh my God, you're alive.
You guys are funny. Well, I will, I guess, turn it over to Sam. I'll let Sam go in.
Yeah, I just, can you guys hear me? Okay.
Let me.
Or no? Yeah? Okay. I'm driving up into the mountains, and so there's really bad cell service. But my section is actually going to be pretty quick. I'm going to talk to you guys about inviting, and I'll kind of go right off of Raina. I never do cold invites. I always connect first. So make sure that you guys are doing the connections so that when you do send the invite, it's not, raise of hands, who has received a message from someone and it's completely random, or they're like, hey, here's the link to my shop, and you're just like, ew, never message me again and I'm going to block you. So we don't want to be that type of person. So make that connection. And it can be about anything. I do a lot of what Raina does with ending with like, are you on a health and fitness journey? Because it's such a smooth transition to an official invite. But I also do a lot of connections with people who just like coffee or wine or are skiing for the weekend. So even if you're just talking about that, I still want you to invite them. And I uploaded earlier today a photo that says Invite Blitz. It's right in the TLC Team Chat page with like, I don't know, I want to say like 8 different invites. So with the different scripts for who you're talking to. So if you haven't read through that, go through that, copy all of them. Or if you just see one that you like, take one. And let it give you ideas so that you can work from a list. When you're working from a list, it is so easy to just go through and invite 50 people at once versus like scrolling Instagram hoping you find somebody, or scrolling Facebook hoping you find somebody that says, I want to get fit, which rarely happens. So have a list just to give you guys some ideas. Talk to people, like Raina said, who like your posts. Talk to your family and friends. That's your warm market. Talk to people who have similar interests as you. Talk to people who watch your Facebook or Instagram stories. Talk to people who follow your journey. I'm sure I could think of a ton more, but those are the basics of people that they are following you, liking your posts, or your friend in real life for a reason. So you want to invite them. And you want to invite them in mass quantities. So when you're doing your invites tonight, pick one of those, sorry, I'm like going up. Pick one of those scripts or have a couple on hand and send them to a whole bunch of people. Do not reply when they respond to you. Reply when you're done sending your invites. That's huge, because I have had many conversations where I'll do the invite and then they're like, yeah, send me more information. And I'm like, oh my God, they're so interested. I need to like send them more information right now. They're going to sign up and they're going to be amazing. 2 hours later, we're still talking and they haven't signed up. 2 months later, they still haven't signed up. So get through all of the invites that you want to send and then continue the conversation. And I even can send a link in that same scripting document where after they say, yeah, tell me more, or can you tell me more about it, or what is this, then I share exactly what I say. And it's very similar to what Raina does too. I think I like took hers and just tweaked it. So I walk you through what to say, how to explain it, what questions to ask, and how to go all the way through the sign up part of it. So I think that's all I've got. Just make sure that you guys are inviting. I've picked up my inviting game this month because I realized that I wasn't doing a lot of it. And eventually, I always say you want to invite to build your follow-up list. Inviting should not be scary because it's just planting the seed. Nobody, very rarely, for me at least, does anybody sign up when you invite them. They sign up in the follow-up, which is what Kari's going to talk about. So invite everybody just to have fun with it. See how many invites you can send. I'm doing something now where I take a sheet of paper, I fold it in half, and I count the lines. My sheet of paper is 30 lines. So I have, when you fold it in half, 60 different lines. And my goal is to invite 60 people a day. I usually get to 40, but it's way more than I was doing. And I will say the majority of that is reaching out to my followers, because I have never done that like Raina did. So now I'm going back through and starting to invite all of those people. And for me, I'm super competitive. And so I'm like competing with myself. And the other day I had 38 done. And I was like, fine, I just want to hit 40. And so I invited 40. The 40th person ended up being the person that signed up in like 2 days or something. So for me, I'm like always like wanting to beat my own goal and wanting to invite more people. But that's all I've got for you. Let me see if there are any questions. Somebody should think. That's all I've got. Kari, take it away.
Hi. Is everyone still awake? So I'm going to talk a little bit about follow-ups. I do exactly what Sam and Raina do as far as my connections, except I lead with the invite. Just because I've been reading this, and this is just in the last 2 months. So I feel like my business has really been more focused on the coaching opportunity. Like I have signed 3 coaches in the last like week and a half. And I think it's because I'm focusing on, so if you guys haven't read this book yet, this Get Over Your Damn Self, it's amazing. And she talks, it's written by a network marketer, and she talks about if you lead with that, you will be much more effective if you lead with the business and default to the products. So as far as follow-ups go, any person that I have been talking to about coaching or, about, getting fit or whatever, I have been leading with the business opportunity. And I have a long sneak peek set up right now that's hashtag day 1 through day 5. And I've just been dumping everybody in there and then following up with them 3 days later, because I feel like so many people right now are looking for a side hustle and like extra income and wanting to lose weight, that it has, I feel like, been a boom in my business. Like I just signed a coach today. She was like, if I'm going to be like getting my fit crap together, I might as well earn an income. And I'm like, yes. Like it is so, like that is my market right now. It's like those people like in their 20s going into their 30s going, what the crap am I doing with my life? I hate my job. And I'm like looking down at my body going, I don't like that either. So I feel like that's kind of my market right now. So I've been leading with the business. and then defaulting to, hey, if if the business doesn't seem appealing to you, you're just nervous or fearful, then why don't you try 30 days of ADD obsession and then share your next 30 days if you decide to coach, like kind of leading with that, because then I can default to having access to on-demand, having them try it out, and then of course they're going to fall in love and want to be a coach. So I just kind of wanted to say that first because that's what I've been focusing on the last month. In 6 months, I'll update you if my team just like pops 5-star and I sign all these awesome coaches. But it's been more fun for me to talk to people about the business because I do it full time, and I did have a full-time job and that kind of stuff. So I'm leading with that right now. So I will definitely update you guys on that. But I am going to screen share my follow-ups. I just use that follow-up power of threes. If you guys don't have that script already, I believe it's in the TLC files. Let's see if I can share my screen here. So I've got it right here, and I literally just use this for all of my follow-ups. My first follow-up is just, hey girl, I've got a few groups coming up this month. I'd love to get you started if it's something you're still interested in. I use that one a lot. This next one, the second follow-up, I just want to send you a follow-up and touch base, finish chatting with you about getting started. I've only got a couple spots left in my group and I'd love to get you involved. I feel like that urgency of only a couple spots is really helpful because people are like, oh, she only has a few spots left. I definitely want to get plugged in. The third one, I switched up a little bit from what Raina says. I wrote, hey, love, we haven't been able to connect, but you expressed an interest in doing a group with me at one point. I wanted to see if you still had an interest or like to chat or follow up within a few months, because I think I never take anyone off my follow-up list. Even if it's like 6 months later, they're still on my follow-up list. And so I changed that to follow up in a few months because it may just be that they can't do it right now. And in a few months, they will be ready. I've had tons of people 2-3 months later follow up. Like Sam said, the secret sauce is in the follow-up. I think the last call I listened to, and I know this changes a lot, is it takes like 7 follow-ups for someone to sign up. And that could be wrong. But the last call, I think Bonnie Engel was saying that it takes most people sign up in the 7th follow-up. So if you're doing your snippets, that's 5 questions. 3 follow-ups later, they're ready to go. So you have to make sure you're following up. And then the 4th follow-up, I just use, hey, I've reached out a few times with no success. I usually don't say I'm going to take you off my follow-up list. I usually just say if something like this is interesting to you in the future, don't hesitate to message me. They know what you do. If you're posting consistently and you're sharing about the business opportunity, you're sharing about your groups, they know what you do. And so this is where I push them to my 6-month follow-up. I would show you my Teamsy right now, but it is incredibly embarrassing because I have like hundreds of follow-ups because I'm transitioning to Streak. After 2 years, I'm giving up Teamsy. So I don't want to show you guys that. But when I do follow-ups, the first thing I focus on is my customers and my coaches. I don't care if it's 1 customer or 5 customers, you have to follow up with them first and foremost and often. For me, I am an extrovert, and the people and connections or relationships are what I value in this business. It's what makes it fun for me. If this business isn't fun for you, 1, you need to change something, and 2, you need to change something. Like, this business should be fun. Yes, it gets, monotonous message after message, but you should enjoy that because of the connections. But you have to follow up with your customers and coaches first, because those customers could turn into your rockstar coaches. And it may be that they fell off for a week or 2 weeks, or need to get back on Shakeology, or try the performance line, or find something about Beachbody that they fall in love with, and they're more likely to become a coach. So make sure, whether it's once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever that case may be, make sure you're staying connected with your customers, because those are going to turn into your rockstar coaches. I did Insanity Max 30 for 3 months and drink Shakeology for 3 months. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I want to share this with everyone. I was already posting my max out times. I was already doing my Shakeology selfie, pre-coaching, but I was in love with it. And Raina was like, hey, you're literally for the 3rd time doing what I'm doing, so you should just coach. And finally I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. So I'm just saying, staying plugged into your customers and coaches is very, very important. Even if they never post in your challenge group or they don't respond, let them know that you're there for them. So I know the short and sweet, but that's how I do my follow-ups. Does anybody have any questions on follow-ups? I'll stop sharing my screen here. Actually, I want to show you one more thing. Sam was talking about those invites, and I have them pulled up right here. Nope, that's not it. Never mind. I was going to show you guys what Sam was talking about her follow-ups. But I think she posted them all on the TLC page. Does anybody have any questions?
Hey, I'm curious of why you're stopping Team Z and going to Google Streak. I just started Team Z a few months ago and love it. What's it doing for you that Team Z wasn't?
Well, a couple things. So I have been a coach for 3 years and I've been doing Team Z for 2 years, and my mindset, my word of the year is change. And I've been a lifetime 1-star for 2 years, and even in as many times as I increase my numbers and do more invites, my business isn't doing anything different. And so I have been watching a lot about like professionalism and moving my business towards Gmail, because I feel like when I say, hey, I need to speak to you over an email, that's where I run my business, that it just creates that professional vibe. I still do all my follow-ups, all my invites, all that kind of stuff on Instagram. And I'm like literally sweating thinking about it, because I'm like in the process of moving everyone over, and my team's like losing all those people. I'm a sapphire personality, so organization is absolutely horrible for me. Like I need someone to tell me what to do, when to do it, like follow up, like give me a bright red light that says you need to do this today. Like, and Team Z does that for me. But I'm not enjoying that part of Team Z where I've upped my prospect numbers to like 90, and like trying to quote unquote find 90 people or feel like I'm getting authentic 90 invites just to hit 90 is making that part of the business not fun for me anymore. And then I don't want to do it, and I don't open my Team Z up, and then 3 days later I now have 105 follow-ups, and like that stresses me out. And I just feel like Gmail is going to be more authentic inviting. It's going to be people that actually want to talk to me, that are interested in what I'm doing, whether it's coaching, whether it's the challenge groups. I think that once I get the hang of the pipelines, it will be a smooth transition. But that's for me why. And I'm going to the free version of Streak at this point. So, I won't be paying for a service that I haven't used in like 2 weeks. So that's why. I love Team Z. Raina used to say on team calls, I don't really like Team Z, but I don't want to say anything because Kara uses it. Like I might 100% believe in Team Z. I hit Success Club for 3 years in a row, never missed a month, and I credit that to Team Z, but I want more, and I just feel like my organization is where I should start. Well, I might be the only one on still between me, Sam, and Raina. I don't know if they're still on or not, so
Raina had to hop off to take Kenzie's school thing, but yeah. Okay. There were a couple of questions, so maybe I'll run through them, and if we kind of want to just field them. This kind of went on in the questions, but someone said, do you have specific days where you make connections, then you do all your invites, then you do follow-ups, like on particular days, or do you do them every day?
I know Sam, because I know she's in the mountains, so she may not be able to answer this, but she does them on a particular day. Like she does her follow-ups one day, she does her reach outs one day. I honestly don't know how I'm going to do that. For me, I love the connections part. So I will probably do connections like a power hour every single day, just because that's how I enjoy it. Like I get on and I'm like, I'm going to talk to this many people and I'm going to invite this many people, and I enjoy that side of it. But I know Sam does per day. Like she does invites, she does follow-ups, she does connections, that kind of stuff. Hi, Sam. I can see you now.
I feel so creepy because it's like just black everything in my floating head. But yeah, so I think I typed it in the chat. Mondays were my invite days. Tuesdays was expanding my network. Wednesdays was connection. And doing that, guys, my goal was 50 each day. So like on Wednesdays, it was 50 connections. Mondays, 50 invites. Tuesdays, 50 brand new people. It's 150 people. So I had 2 days, Thursdays and Fridays, for following up. And I would follow up first with the people I invited because I didn't want to forget about them, but also people that I sent, hey, how has your week been going? Just to continue the connection. Because connections are my favorite day. So I would spend a lot of time on that. But I did think I mentioned this. Now I'm doing more invites depending on your goals. So I'm trying to do at least 50 invites. It's so easy to do it to the followers. I'm doing that, getting it out of the way, and then still sticking to my one main thing each day.
Yeah, so I think, I'm not muted. Yeah, I think you could kind of pick what works for you, or what you enjoy, or try it one week one way and one week the next way and see what fits best with your schedule. Someone else asked, and I'll ask you guys because I know I've done it before, but if you have a prospect that isn't interested in coaching or anything in health and fitness, do you ever ask them for like referrals? I mean, I typically do.
I do. I have that price objection, like it's under my OneNote follow-ups. If you guys have OneNote, I literally have all my scripts in OneNote. The month I became a coach, Colby literally took every file in Lux at that time and like put them all in because like I said, organization, not my jam. So I just copy and paste it from there. So if you're not using, I'm not even joking. He is literally the brains behind everything I do because I'm like, I don't get it. Like, and I don't want to do it if it's not fun. So Rachel and I are so the same when it comes to that. But the price objection or the follow-up invite, do you have that handy, Leslie?
I don't have it right in front of me, no, but I know the one you're talking about.
Okay, I have it. It says, so she says, I totally get it. 160 is a huge chunk up front. Keep it in mind, it's only $4 a day, that whole price objection. And she goes, I also, why I've got your attention, want to see if anyone you know comes to mind when you think of these groups. If you have anyone that you think would benefit or want to give me their info, I would be happy to reach out and see if a group is something they'd be interested in. Thanks in advance for the referral. Talk to you soon.
That's on Raina's in our files on Raina's script. I copy and paste it straight from there.
Yep.
That exact script.
So someone wanted to know, do you track everyone you invite? Cold without a connection. I think most of us would say we try and not go in cold, have a connection first. So maybe the question is more, do you track all of your connections somewhere, say, beyond Facebook Messenger or your Instagram DMs?
I only track it if they respond back. Like I'm doing what Sam's doing right now where I'm thanking all my followers for following me and being like, I'm a coach and this is what I do. Like, aren't you on a health and fitness journey of their own? I don't track that unless they respond back because that's to me considered a connection or they're interested in connecting with me once they respond.
Yeah, for me, with like the massive invites from my followers, now I'm only adding the people who respond to me to my list, just like Kari. But anybody else that I invite that's not a follower that I've been like connecting with or anything, they always go on my list, even if they ignore me or whatever. They're on my list, and I just move them around based